Hello, church. Today we're going to be talking about God's covenant. What is a covenant? A covenant is an agreement or a pact between two. And I was thinking about my covenant with God, but I'm going to tell you where all this came through. I've been reading Samuel, and in Samuel you find this really great story between Saul and God and David and God. And you see the difference between the way they reign and the way their story ends. So with Saul, he was a Benjamite from the tribe of Benjamin. He was tall and good looking, and he was chosen to be the king of Israel for a while. He actually followed God's direction, but then years after, he was just trying to do his own thing and please God in a different way. And God really likes obedience more than sacrifices. And then we have the story of David, how he's a shepherd guy from another tribe in Israel. And when Samuel came to choose the anointed one, Samuel goes through all his brothers and he's nope, that's not. And then they call David, and David has a heart that is following God's desires and obedience. And then David gets chosen and he becomes a king of Israel after a while. But what I really liked is how God sees David and how he is so pleasing to God that God wants to do a covenant or a pact between them and his generation. And so God sent a prophet to tell David that God has chosen him. And after the prophet ends with the wonderful news, then David says to God, and this is from 2 Samuel 7:28-29, Sovereign Lord, you are God. Your covenant is trustworthy, and you have promised these good things to your servant. Now be pleased to bless the house of your servant, that it may continue forever in your sight. For you, sovereign Lord, have spoken, and with your blessing the house of your servant will be blessed forever. And with your blessings the house of your servant will be blessed forever. Having a covenant with God or a pact with God starts with a prayer, where you just tell God, my house and I will serve the Lord forever. It doesn't have to do a fancy prayer, but it can be a prayer that is impactful for you and your generations ahead of you. I wonder, what about if we ask God and we tell him, I want to have a covenant with you? I wonder what impact that will have in our generations. I strongly recommend you to pray to God and either confirm, establish, or start a pact and a covenant with God. And I'm pretty sure that God will be delighted to hear that from you. Until next time, bye-bye, church. God bless.